Good morning, Stevie Daily Shaver. This morning I'm going to do a versus this and versus that. A Mongoose versus the OneBlade. And they're both ready to go. So, who's going to win? Stay tuned, find out.
'Cause real men shave their faces. Real men shave their faces.
This morning I'm using the wool fat. Comes in this great container. It's down in the sink. It's down in the sink down there. Soaking along with my 30mm 2-band silver tip, high top, blah blah blah. This is from China, $45 US. I've let a few people into where to find this on eBay. Wow, you cannot beat that for value. It's got a beautiful handle. I mean, the picture on the web does not do it justice. Yes, there's people out there turning them, and I love them. I have some of their brushes, but for a mass-produced one, wow. This thing just blows everything away. And when you're using the wool fat, you really need something that's going to get into it. So into the water, it goes. What I'm going to do is OneBlade and Mongoose. I'm going to do one side each. And I'm going to feel first, second pass and clean up and tell you which is better. That's it. There's only one way to do it, and that's to use them both simultaneously. And then, crossing fingers, hopefully it's the expensive one that wins. I have found a good use for the expensive one, because my dad refuses to give up the Fusion, and it's coming up to his birthday. So what I'm thinking is, and here we go, we're just soaping up the... And I tell you what, anyone who says they've got a problem with wool fat has never just given it a good soak first, because wow, huge amounts of lather coming off this puck. So why did I buy the OneBlade? Well, the OneBlade, well, my dad refuses to give up. Refuses, point blank, refuses to give up the Fusion. So I wanted something he could shave with that would be so Fusion-like, he'd be comfortable making the swap. You go, that's a pretty expensive gamble, Steve. Well, worst case scenario, it's like a few other things that have gone into his bathroom comes back to mine. Which is okay, I just need a bigger bathroom. A huge amount of lather. It's got just a very soapy smell. A little bit of talc, mostly just a soapy smell. I'll go the Orange Hugo this morning. My hands are so slippery from the wool fat, I've got to dry them. Get some alum, rub it around my hands so I can get some grip to take things off. Alum works a treat. Thank you to whoever told me that trick. Okay. Probably a bit more than I needed on my face, but that's not the point, is, and I'll use that as a post-shave today. The Hugo Sweet. A couple of drops of the coconut oil, particularly down here. So I do my cheeks, and particularly down my neck. I want the extra glide and protection. You'll notice I've got a bit of red just there, just from rubbing it. So it's just because I'm bringing the blood up near the surface. You can just get right into your face with this thing. Literally does. Look at the splay. Probably a fraction too big. I think 24 to 26 is on the high side. 24 is about the right size. 30 is just a fraction too big. But having said that, wow, look at the shave. It has no problem just putting that lather right into your pores, right deep down to improve your shave. OneBlade on this side. Really need to get the angle right. There's a tendency for the first couple of swipes to always treat it like a gem. And you don't. You lay it flat and glide. There we go, that's that half. First pass done. Now both these are just dialing in the angle. Again, it's the flat of your face. And although this one doesn't auto adjust, it's easy enough to do it with your hand. Like I said, it's the auto versus the manual. A little bit against the grain just here on my cheeks. Probably a fraction closer on the OneBlade side. And we're talking a fraction, but it's a fraction that I can detect. So the OneBlade does get a little closer. So let's go for pass 2. I do like this brush. How much I paid for it? It's a bargain. Beautiful acrylic handle, and just the amount of... If you look in the comment section, I'll put a link to the seller. He has a range, so if you decide this is just too big for your face, and it is big, maybe get a smaller one, but wow, I like this one. I recommended it to Sir Jay, who bought one, and he loves it. And Sir Jay last night got on to one of the few, for some reason, out of the blue, 5 black single edge mongooses came up on the website that weren't pre-allocated. How's that? That doesn't happen very often on Maggard's website. And so I posted something, and before long there was 4, then 3, then 2, and now there's 1, and I imagine that one might be gone. I mean, it's $100 for probably one of the best shaves. There are a lot of stainless steel versions coming to market. So I just want to be clear. I personally only recommend you getting aluminium razors unless they're using 316L steel, and most of them are 303, including premium name brands. I recommend aluminium, particularly coated aluminium like this, will not rust. You don't have to worry about leaving, because let's say you get 20 shaves out of a blade, in the case of the Mongoose. It might be in there for 2-3 weeks. What if the blade rusts a bit? Well, unless you're going to take it out every day, clean it. If it's a stainless steel one, you'll get T-marks. Those T-marks are the beginning of rust, surface rust. If you leave it too long, you'll get full-blown rust. Whereas aluminium doesn't rust. It's a lot lighter. Coated like this, it will last forever. Well, certainly until the day when your great-great-grandson gets it Delta Echoed. J McBee, you better be around. For this, do I need anything else? A tiny bit along the jawline there, tiny bit along the jawline here, maybe a fraction more for BBS just here. Yeah, it's buff all. In fact, my cleanup's not going to last long, and I could almost choose either of these. So what I'll do is I'll run over this with the I'll run over this with the Mongoose, and then I'll run over it with the single edge and see if I can improve it. Right. It's pretty good, still a little bit there I can clean up. Okay, so now I'll run over the single edge and see if it can get me closer. Nice, BBS. Pour a drop more of this back on. And a drop of this. Just a bit of the sweet orange bar. Won't need much. Okay, I've had my shave. What do I think? These two are so close. You can notice the weight of the OneBlade. The Aluminium Goose is lighter. That's definitely something you notice. This has a more premium feel. And they've done things like hollowing out the handle to make it lighter. This really does do something. It's got a good spring to it. It's certainly not a weak spring. I'd be surprised if you ever had to replace it, let alone... But yeah, its ability to contour around your face and jawline helps you get closer on one pass. No two ways about it. This thing is designed to be better than a Fusion 5-bladed with just a single edge. The Mongoose, on the other hand, is close. It requires you to angle and go back. The wider blade helps do a wider strip at a go. So 2 swipes and you've pretty much done one half of your face. The blade on this is lasting longer. I can get 3 shaves on this, take the blade out, flip it over, slide it back, and get 3 more. I can get 6 out of this. I'm getting probably in the vicinity of, I just realised I haven't changed the blade in this. It's actually the original. So this has to be about, in this week of shaving, 7th shave on a single blade, and it's still going strong. I'm not going to swap it because I don't need to. No tugging, clean through hair. Normally I thought you needed 2 sides of a DE blade. Here's one of my favourites. The 2 sides of a DE blade spreads your shaving out over 2, plus you can flip it. It's actually holding up quite well. Blades for this work out to about 75 cents. Bought in bulk, you can get down as low as 50 cents. Blades for this, bought in bulk, around 45 to 60 cents, depending on how you buy it. Blades for this, 10 cents. 8 to 12. You can easily get 6 shades out of one of these. From these, single edges are getting closer than the shades on my best DE. My best DE until now was, the shave on my 2 best DEs were probably the Feather and the Wolfman. The Wolfman by a fraction because I could use the 2 sides, the Feather because I could have a feather blade and it got really close. These get closer. I'll tell you how close. I've been going 2 days between shaves because I don't have enough to shave on the second day. That is hit and miss with a DE, you know, but certainly been the case. If you enjoy shaving, definitely shave with a DE, you get to do more of it. There always has to be a winner. And you're thinking, well, he's going to declare them both a winner. I think for $100, this is the winner. It's $100. It's aluminium, it's coated, it's light. It has a wide single edge blade. It won't rust on you. It is durable, and the handle is a hexagon shape and it's remarkably grippy. I've got really good grip on this. If the deal is good enough and you can afford it, shaving with one of these is a joy. If I had to trade everything for a single edge, it'd probably be for this. The winner is me because I've got both. It's the single edge from Kickstarter that's coming, and it will use the injector, and I'm looking forward. I think it'll be similar to these. If Patrick's got the machining right, because he's had a problem with the base plates, he's had to CNC them, and they should be shipped this month. It's going to be interesting to have these little babies have themselves a competitor. The one thing I do like about this, no problems with rust. Whatever they use in these blades, I have not noticed any rust or tea stains on them, which for me is a benefit plus. It's relatively easy to slide them out of the back of here to give them a wipe and to dry them, which extends their life anyway, staying well away from the edge, because you know me and edges. Then you can just leave them on your bench, or I've had no problem sliding them back in here. I've noticed no rust on these blades. They are a premium blade. There we go. When these come up for $100, grab them. Definitely go the aluminium. I'm Stevie Daily Shaver, wishing you all the best of shaves. Good shaves and goodbye.
Bearded man, you think that you're so cool, but your face looks like a small marsupial.